Smith going to go to the air first play.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57, Mike 57. Watch the back, watch the back.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw is Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st down, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. To the right side and complete to Metcalf.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 27. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Third and 3. And Howe will throw it.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Smith. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50 and out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Faking the handoff, Howell.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
2nd and 5. On the give, here's Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Play action. It's Smith. Rolling to his right.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. They'll run on first down with Dallas. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Straight ahead running. Here's Dallas.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Myers' kick is good.
And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now they go play action with Howell.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, Howell loses it.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Second and 6.
Check 58. 53. Check safety.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Powering his way forward. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Powell changing the play here.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 55 yards.
And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On first down, it's Smith. This complete to Lockett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now they'll change things up.
To throw on second down is Smith.
They'll set up the screen to Dallas.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Dallas help the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
13 next.
Here's Smith. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Howell. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Julian Love picks it.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
You ready? 4-7's a mic. 4-7's a mic. It's a party now. It's a party now. Kill, 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 kill. Come on.
Running right, here's Walker. He's got it to the 43 here. This is 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll roll him out right.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 35 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing here, Howell.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.